Hi, this is Pearl Grey Knits. I'm Ellie, and today I am talking about my current WIPs as they stand in May 2025. So I did a WIP parade in January, and then in my Q1 wrap up, I decided that I would try and do another one this month. Partly because I wanted to see how I was going with things, but also mostly because there is a massive bird outside and my cats have just gone insane. I wanted to see how many I still had, and I couldn't remember what WIPs I had what I've really got, because I've been like kind of hyper focused on things in my stash busting vlogs. So the plan for this video is to keep it kind of chill, calm, chatty, and we'll talk through my WIPs and see where I'm at with them. I've made myself a nice big cup of French Earl Grey, so grab yourself a cup of tea or coffee or whatever you drink, and let's get chatting about my WIPs. I think we're going to try and start from newest to oldest. So my newest one is one that you haven't seen yet because I started it in May. So, sneak peek into my May stash busting. This is a sock. This is all I've done so far. I just started this like 2 days ago. This is a sock for my partner's mum. We bought this yarn at the yarn show back in March. She came up for it, and we got this little just threw the sock around, this little pack from 3 Trees Fibrecrafts. This is the Fledging 4-ply sock set. It's merino and nylon. This is in the color Tege, T-E-G-E. So there's that. This is from a pattern in 52 Weeks of Socks, Volume 2, and the pattern is called Amber. That is a 8-ply and mohair pattern. So really I'm just using the texture of that sock, and I'm making it to my 4-ply pattern, basically, because I really like the texture and I thought it would be really cute and easy, which is nice. So that's my newest one. I've only just started working on it, as I said, in the last few days, and I have that one in my little Christmas Tassie Devil bag, which is so cute. Oh my god. Okay. What's next newest? I think it's this one, which is my color palette sock. This is also from yarn that I bought at that yarn show. So the colored bits are Ash and Eve designs, and this is the like French Macaron set, and then the white is just Drops Nord. As you can see, I finished the whole first sock, haven't started the second. I probably should start the second, but I don't know. I have another project in mind that I need those needles for, and I've just kind of been tossing up between whether I should do this, which I should, or whether I should start something else. which is obviously, you know, that's obviously what I want to do. But I love these. They're so like squishy and soft and so cute. So I should come back to them, but I think that takes us to this one. Very exciting. This is my only, well, I was going to say this is my only big project at the moment, but that's a lie. This is my only big project that is like not multi-parted. So it's my Sugarplum jumper. This is my body so far. As you can see, because it's on holders, I finished it and I'm working on other things. I have done more, but I want to keep that a secret for my stash busting vlog for May. But yeah, I've done the body and I love this. It's so cute. Oh my god, it's gonna be so warm as well. And it's just so nice and squishy. I love a squishy yarn. Like, give me something squishy and I'm happy. This is Malabrigo Mecha, still don't really know. I'm gonna have to put the color below because I remember it starts with a C and that's all I've got for you, and I don't have the thing anywhere near me. So yeah, it's so cute. I've honestly sometimes just been like taking this out because I kept this separate, the body separate from the bag of like the current bits that I'm working on. And so yeah, I've just been like taking it out and just like putting it down in front of me and just being like, yeah, this is a really good. It's just so cute and I love the color. I can't wait to be able to put everything all together and be able to wear it. I'm hoping I'm going to finish it before it gets like super cold here. We're going into cold, but not like it's not too bad yet. So it's going to be so nice and cozy. So yeah, that's that one. Okay. He's just like collapsed into my arms. Hey, you want to say hi? You want to be the star of the show? Oh, in case you're new here and you haven't seen him before, this is Arthie. He does in fact have eyes. You just cannot see them with all the fluff. He is the baby of the 3 cats we have. And he is feeling very snuggly lately. So, I think I know, how dare I not pay you all the attention. I think my next one is gonna be this one, which is a little hard to show because it is also on stitch holders and I have lost an arm. Yeah, I got it back. This is a self-drafted just like striped sock. This is also drop snored in the grey and the blue. And this is a gift for a friend. These were my forest spell socks, and then I don't know, I just realized that the grey and the blue wasn't giving enough contrast for that specific like color work pattern. So you're just like kicking things off now. Yeah, so I decided I would just self-draft it myself, and I think they're cute. I was on the, how on earth have I done this? I was on the gusset decreases. So like I'm like halfway to having a sock done, but I needed the needles for the first one I showed you, and I don't know, I wanted to work on those, so I think I will just kind of go between those with the needles maybe. Not a whole lot to say about that one, but I like it. I really need to finish it, but I always get stuck at the gusset decreases. I hate doing them. It's not even that they're like difficult or anything. It's just like I get to them and it's just like kind of boring. And I get like I lose a little bit of interest in the sock, and then at some point I will like gain the interest back and I'll finish the sock in like usually in a few days. I just need to get to that like place of excitement again with them. Okay, talking about socks, I actually have a clip talking about this next one that I filmed a few days ago. Let's roll that clip. Alright, so I've already decided, before I've even had a chance to film the intro to this video, that I'm gonna frog this. This was the Hermione everyday sock. I'll put the name of the designer somewhere. I really like this when I started it, and I really like the pattern. I think it's super cute, but I don't enjoy knitting this, and therefore I don't pick it up. So I'm gonna frog it now, and I will use this yarn for a different sock pattern that I just find a bit more enjoyable. Don't know what that is yet, but that's fine. And also, honestly, I really needed this for my Sugarplum, so at least that also fixes it. And let's get to frogging. Okay, so yeah, they were completely frogged. I'm gonna be honest, haven't even thought about them since, so I think that frogging them was a good idea. I have no idea what I'm going to use this for. Like, I know I'm probably going to end up using it for socks, but I don't know what pattern yet. This is the Through the Wardrobe Co. I don't know why I keep picking up this one. This one is just like a tiny little sample bit. Anyway, Through the Wardrobe Yarn Co. from the Advent last year, which was Narnia themed, and this is the Queen Lucy colour, and I love Lucy. Lucy is probably my favourite character as a kid from the series. So yeah, this will become something at some point, but for now I don't regret frogging them at all. I think it's a good idea to do that, and I can move on and do something else and spend, yeah, you know, then I've got a free set of needles and like, you know, one more stitch marker, and I can dedicate the time that I was avoiding doing that one to avoiding doing something else. Yes. Next one, I think this is going to be this one. The lines kind of get a little blurry here. This one is my Psyche sock. This one is by Fahlin. Yeah, I finished this sock ages ago. Really like it. I think it's super cute. It does have like the kind of lace pattern, so it's definitely not a like winter sock, but it's super cute. And then I have started the second sock, But what I forgot about this one is that there's no repeats. This is like all like individually like set out in the pattern. So it's not a quick project. Obviously it's not a super long sock. I don't know, this kind of length sock is my comfort area. And I think from memory, I've done like 2 rows of the actual leg. And so yeah, there's really not a lot there. But it is definitely a project that when I work on it, I need to have full focus on it. I can't watch anything, I can't listen to anything. I just need to like, yeah, fully focus on doing this because, yeah, it needs that level of attention. This is 4-ply from, the brand used to be called Natural Yarn Co. and they've changed their name to, I think it's Gather, Make, Give, maybe. I will put it down below. This color is called MacArthur and I think it's really pretty. And like I said, I love this sock. I think it's gorgeous, but this is definitely need to be in the right headspace for this kind of project. So there's that one. It's also in my favorite bag that I have. It says just a girl who loves mushrooms because I do love mushrooms. And I think this is super, super cute. All right, almost at the end. This one, I feel like I've talked about this project so many times. I haven't touched it in months though. And that is my Fleur shawl. So very pretty. Almost done. I think I'm like 70% of the way through or something. But yes, this is DK from La Bien Aimee, I believe. And this is the color Romance. Very pretty. Gorgeous. Honestly, some of the nicest yarn I've ever worked with, which is so dangerous because it's so expensive. And then it is also got some Mohair. This is from Along Avec Anna. So these are both from France. And I forget the color name of this one, but Dragée or something like that. This was meant to be a Christmas gift last year for my auntie. Obviously I didn't finish it, so I ended up buying her something else. But I'm gonna finish it this year for Christmas. It's gonna be her gift. I don't think I've touched it since last December. Actually no, I think maybe I came back to it in Feb for like a few days. Here's the thing. I love the DK yarn. I love how the pattern looks. I think it looks so cute. I think she's really gonna like it, but I hate working with mohair. Mohair is not for me. I don't like working with anything, like I'm just not meant to work with anything this fine. Like this is it held double and I still hate it. You know, like I can do a 4-ply. 4-ply is fine, but working with the mohair and the fluff, ugh, I hate the fluff. I hate the fluff. The fluff stresses me out because it just like, I just feel like it splits and it just kind of looks, you know, it just doesn't look how I want it to look. And yeah, so there's that. And also, as you can see, it has what I can only describe as one of the worst elements of knitting ever, which is bobbles. When I first taught myself how to do bobbles, I was like, I don't understand why people hate these. Like, this is kind of fun. I love how they look. It's kind of easy once you get like the hang of it. And I'd seen at the time a couple of people talking in their podcast episodes about like, I hate bobbles. I would like, if I see a pattern that has bobbles, it's immediately out. And I was like, I don't understand it, because there are all these patterns with really cute bobbles and I love them. I take all of that back. I hate bobbles. If I ever say I'm going to make something with bobbles again, please kill me. Also, not only are they bobbles, they're mohair bobbles. And so they're just, they're the worst. I hate them. God, I wish I hadn't decided to do this one. I think there's like two versions of this pattern, and I think the other one, like, you use the DK and the mohair like the whole way through together. I think should have done that one, but I did this one instead because I thought it was cuter, and I have many regrets. And so I left this one at the start of a mohair row, not a bobble row, but just a mohair row. And that's why I've been avoiding it, because I hate it. I hate mohair. Never again. I'm trying to think if I have anything else with mohair. I also just don't like buying mohair. I don't know. I think as well, partly because I know that I'll never wear anything with it, because I have super sensitive skin, and that kind of like fluffiness on my skin, I have major like what's it called, like texture issues, and so I could not handle that being on my skin. So eventually I will come back to this. Whoops. It's been in this bag for so long that there are so many like needle puncture holes and everything, and we'll get it. I'll get to it eventually. Maybe I will do a little bit of work on it in June. All right, after the stress of talking about that one, I need a quick tea break. All right, we've only got 2 left. So I think this one is technically the next one, which is kind of weird to think about because I feel like I've been doing this one since the dawn of time. But this is my Copenhagen blanket, kind of version 2, because I did one house, which is what they are, and then I started a few others, and then a couple of months later I was like, actually I need to do a slightly different gauge of these houses, and so here we are. I have one completed house again. I finished this one in April. Still think it's super cute, and yeah, so there's that one, and this is how far I've gotten with the second one, which is admittedly not very far yet, but I haven't really been working on it this month. I need 112 of these eventually, so this is going to be a long-term project. I'm really enjoying it though. I don't knit on this often, but when I do, I really enjoy it. It's fun, it's easy, it's really quick to get through a row, and so I feel like I can knit a lot of it at a time. I think I had kind of been holding this one and I wasn't going to do it, but I think I'm actually going to block this one because I'm going to do, I need to join as I go. And I think at the moment, this is just going to roll a little too much. I don't know. I'm going to block this one and see how we go. And hopefully I don't completely ruin it. Yeah. So that's going to be a WIP for a while, but I'm okay with that because at least it's like, it's this huge, massive project and I know that it's going to take me this long, and it's not that I'm like avoiding doing it. It's that there's so many parts to it that it's just going to take me a while to do. So there's that. Gonna need more tea. This is my oldest project as of now. This is my Dudester scarf. What on earth have I done there? As you can see, I have not made it very far. I love the pattern. I think it looks so cute. This is Malabrigo Rios and the color is Nimbus Grey. I don't enjoy working on this at all. I just, God, it takes so much brain power. It's not even like, it's such an easy repeat, but it takes so much brain power that I haven't worked on it. So I'm gonna frog this one too. I do want to keep making this one into a scarf. It's meant to be for my partner Alex, so I think I'm just gonna make him like basically like a plain like ribbed scarf, because otherwise I feel like I'm gonna be knitting this forever, and I think it's really cute, but I just don't have the brain power. So let's do it. Thank you, Dudester. You were kind of stressful. And also, I just don't like working on straight needles anymore. Ever since I started working on circulars, I just find straight needles so much harder to work with. I think partly because I have really shaky hands. Yeah, I have a really bad tremor in my hands sometimes, and I also just have shaky hands from being like type 1 diabetic. And I just find straight needles so much harder because I feel like I have to hold them tighter, I guess, in a way. And with circular needles, I feel like you can just kind of, you know, you've got that kind of cable there to kind of hold the weight of the yarn. Does that make sense? I don't know if anyone else who kind of, you know, has issues with their hands, and I also get like RSI pretty badly. I wonder if anyone else kind of who has experiences with the same kinds of things. I'd love to hear down below if you find circulars easier too. But that's it for today. I'm gonna keep unraveling this, go and block this, and I'll be back in a few days' time because I'm going to a yarn show actually today when you're seeing this, and I will have a haul for you next week. Very excited for the yarn show, and yeah, I'll see you all next time. Bye.